Okay, this is a quick tutorial for the first couple of rows of the Catherine Anne Shawl, which we just uploaded onto Ravelry today for free. So if you're interested in it, you can find it on Ravelry. We start with Judy's Magic Cast On. There is a great YouTube video for this, and it's mentioned in the pattern. There's a link there, so follow that if you don't know how to do Judy's Magic Cast On. We're going to start with 4 stitches on one needle, 5 on the other. They may not be in the same order as I have it here. That doesn't matter. The important thing is that you've got 9 stitches all together. You want to make sure that you've got the bump side of the cast on is in the center facing up towards you. So on this side, you've got nice smooth knit stitches. All right, you take out your back needle. The pattern tells us to knit 3, yarn over, knit front back. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, knit front, back. And don't worry, this only lasts for a few rows, because I know a lot of people are going to look at this and say that looks a whole lot like Magic Loop. It only lasts for a couple of rows. So we slip around and we get ready to keep knitting. And what we're doing is we're getting prepared so we've got a nice smooth I-cord edge. So after the knit front back, we've got a knit through back loop, and the knit through back loop, I split this stitch or something. Oh no, that's my slip knot. So it's just a little bit tighter than the rest. Bear with me. There we go. So I am knitting through the back loop and splitting the stitch. Knit through back loop. Get off of there. All sorts of split yarns there, just ignore that. Now I'm going to do another knit front back. Now this stitch is twisted, so I'm going to reset it. That's normal for that to happen with this cast on. So a knit front back. I'm doing another yarn over. I am knitting 1, yarn forward, and I slip these last 2 stitches. Now I'm not going to go around in a circle, which is what you might expect to do. I'm actually going to turn my work, and now I'm going to work back as though I were working on a straight needle. So these stitches are all in one row. That's my, okay. And so on row 2, we've got knit 2, purl 1. So I'm going to knit 2 and purl 1, knit through back loop. This is the yarn over from before. We're tightening it up by knitting through the back loop. Knit 2. In the pattern, I tell you to place a marker here. I'm not going to do that. Now we're going to purl through the back loop. This is creating a twisted stitch for the center spine. In the pattern, I ask you to place a marker here. And we're going to carry on this same row. Okay, we slip those stitches, and now we're going, oh, and pull this one, and we're going to place a marker, and we knit 2, These are quite tight, these stitches. Make sure you're not using your tail yarn. I've done that. Knit 2, that's the yarn over there. This is where I'm going to purl through back loop. Again, that tightens up the yarn over from the row before. Place marker. I'm going to purl 1 and I'm going to slip the last 2 stitches. And again, now instead of going around, I'm just going to turn and I'm coming back on this row. And what you'll notice is that it's starting to loosen up, and pretty soon we'll just be able to get this all onto one needle and we'll be able to knit back and forth as we normally would. So we're going to knit 2, we're going to knit 3, we're going to slip marker, yarn over, we're going to knit to 1 stitch before the marker, which will be this next one, and we're going to knit front back, and now we're going to carry on in this direction. And we're going to knit through the back loop to twist the center spine stitch. We'll slip that next marker and we will knit front back. We will knit to the next marker. I picked a really splitty yarn here, so bear with that. Okay, knit to the marker. We're going to yarn over. We're going to knit 1, yarn forward, and slip the last 2 stitches on the row. Now at this point, you might be able to get these so they lie straight. And now, again, they'll be a little bit weird for a couple of rows, but you'll be able to work them just back and forth on a straight needle, just following the pattern. So that's what those first few directions with the Judy's Magic cast on mean. You've just got those couple of rows where you're kind of working in a horseshoe U shape around the 2 needles. If you prefer, you can do a standard cast on, and when you finish the shawl at the end, you're just going to sew the 2 ends of the I-cord together at the top of the shawl. So that's that. I hope that helps, and happy knitting. Be sure to let me know if you have any questions or problems.